So first of all, I want to say, before I continue, I want to use the opportunity to acknowledge all the G leaders in the house, both the ones that they network throughout, the ones on YouTube. A big out to Ambassador Victor Abalsin, Ambassador Dr. Victor Abalsin. You know, he took up the reins, even though the person was supposed to take up the opening meeting, the network threw him out and all that. But he was able to take up the challenge. The G8 leader of the Unstoppable Nation, I welcome you, I acknowledge you. The G leader of the World Creation Nation, Ambassador Ronke Kosemani, all the way from Ontario, Canada. I welcome you to this event. The G leader of the Legend Nation, Ambassador Sam Ozani. The G leader of the Champions Nation, Ambassador Kelechi Nodere. The G leader of the Great Achievers Nation, Ambassador Vincent Musu. The G leader of the Star Nation, Ambassador Dr. Lajamba. The G leader of the Vision Nation, Ambassador Dr. Obiani Fesimai, and my humble self. I want to say you're recognized, duly recognized, and fully recognized in this awesome event. And also want to recognize some special set of people, very, very special to my heart. The cell leaders of C21FG, you know yourselves, the emerging cell leaders of C21FG. I want to recognize the Kingsmen of C21FG, the active partners of C21FG. I want to recognize everybody that is in this meeting. I want to say you are all welcome. I want you to fasten your seatbelts. I want you to fasten your seatbelts as we're ready to take off. I want you to fasten your seatbelts as we're ready to take off. And I commit this meeting specially into the hands of God. I know prayers have been made. I know the person has led the opening prayer, the Christian, the Muslim, but I especially commit this meeting into the hands of God and ask God to come and take absolute control over this meeting, over everything we're going to do here today. So at the end of the day, only Him will take the glory in Jesus' name. All right. The rebirth. How many of us are excited about the rebirth? If you're excited about the rebirth, go to the chat box and say, I am excited. Go and type, I am excited. If you're excited about the rebirth, go to the chat box and type, I am excited. Type, I am excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Go to the chat box and type, I am excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. There's a YouTube link. Please, admin should post it so that people can join on YouTube. There's a YouTube link. So people that cannot enter this, the Zoom capacity 1,000 is already filled up, and people can't enter the Zoom because it's just a 1,000 capacity. I hope that the time will come when we're able to have like 4,000, 5,000 Zoom capacity. But please post the YouTube link on the admin should post the YouTube link on the Zoom room so that people can take it out. Fine. And it's my privilege to bring to you the rebirth. It's my privilege to, please confirm you can hear me, confirm you can see me clearly. Confirm you can hear me, confirm you can see me clearly. Confirm you can hear me, confirm I can be seen. Okay. So for most of us that don't know how it all started, I feel that there comes a time in a man's life when he will pause and begin to rethink. You know, growing up, my mom had an adage that says that when the market woman is carrying a bag of his loads on her head, they will tell her, after you've gone a mile, you should bring down what you're carrying and pack it properly so that you can continue the journey. And I believe very strongly that we're at that moment in time where we have to take a pause and look at what we're doing in a view to be better. And I'm going, it has, in fact, look, for the past 1-2 weeks, I've a little bit been silent for the most part, throughout the month of June, May, June, I was running trainings and all that. But for the past 1-2 weeks or thereabouts, I've a little bit been under the radar because I had to, pause and think about a whole lot of things. And that is why this rebirth is here. During my time of reflection, it became very imperative that for us to finish this journey very strong, for us to get to a place where we'll be proud of where we're going to arrive, we need to be reborn. We need to be reborn. Now, I took some time away to look at the things that we're doing, look at the journey so far, and weighing on the things that's happened to us as a team, as a nation as a whole. And I've come to the conclusion that we must be reborn. We must be reborn. We must be reborn. And for us to be reborn effectively, I'm going to take some time to take us back to the foundation of this whole thing that we see. There's an adage that also says that a man that does not know when the rain started beating him cannot also tell when the rain stopped beating him. So as a matter of necessity, it's right for us to go back to the foundation and the settings of what we're doing. And I've also realized that people that don't understand the essence and the foundation of something, along the way, they mutilate it. And that is why our great-grandfathers, they value traditions and cultures. And that's why no matter how far you go, they bring you down and begin to tell you about the cultures of the land. They begin to tell about the traditions. They take you back to your great-grandfather, to history. And that's why the history of our country, the history of our culture, the history of our nation is so guarded. Because anybody that loses their history cannot find their future. So it's imperative at this moment for me to take all of us back. Now, this was supposed to be for the workforce, but I decided to throw it open to everyone. So it's imperative for me to take us back to how we all started, to the foundation of this civilization, and as a result, move to the next dimension. It all started, I was working in a bank, finished school. I came from an average home. In fact, I came from an average home, the normal Nigerian average home. Popsy is civil servant. My dad was a civil servant. My mom was a teacher. That's the average home, and growing up, things were okay. My early remembrance of my childhood days, things were fine. Life was good. My dad was working, those days, civil service, unlike now, was well remunerated. If you're working as in the government office, if you're a civil servant, then you're like the big boys. So he was the big boys in quotes then, and if you rank to the post of assistant director, deputy director, director, way back then in the civil service, you are a big boy because, everything, I remember growing up, everything was good. And we had a personal driver taking us to school. You know, everything was okay. Everything was fine until life happened to my dad. He lost his job. And from the moment he lost his job, everything began to go downward, downhill, downhill. Down. My mom was a teacher, and she struggled as a teacher, you know. And my dad lost his job, and everything went berserk. All of a sudden, the young kid that grew with some level of affluence and luxury, you know, all of a sudden, the affluence and luxury was no longer there. All of a sudden, we had to scramble for food to eat. All of a sudden, we became a charity case for the relatives. You know how they say this person is a charity case? Everybody just knows that, oh, okay, no, my mom became a charity case to her people. Oh, her husband is no longer working. He has a lot of children, and they eat plenty. I mean, we're kids, they used to label us as children that used to eat plenty. My mom was like the woman that her children used to eat plenty food. So everybody was just rallying around. People come, okay, they just give this. It was like a liability, a community case. And thank God for the abilities we had. They did their best within the best they could do. But it was like that. While praying for my dad to also get a job and stand back on his feet, you know. But unfortunately, he couldn't handle the pressure and he became ill. It's a story I don't like talking about, but he became ill, you know, became depressed as a result of his inability to cater for his family because he was a man that catered for his family. He was a man that had some sense of pride, like I could do things, when things were good, he was the giver, was the Father Christmas of everyone. When things became bad, more like, as life would be, that you already know what happened. People will abandon you. People did the much they could do, but he affected his health. He became depressed, and battled with his health, and with the absence of money, coupled with the level of the health, the state of the health industry in this country, he lost his life. And it's sad, but these are the things that make a man, and when I look back at it, I see it as those are heartbroken moments. I remember going to the mortuary when he died, and I had to go into the mortuary and brought his lifeless body. And I said, no, you can't go, you can't go. But the man was dead. Something in me was like, if there was enough money, we'd have had better healthcare. If there was enough money, so many things would have gone better. But, it left a scar in my heart. And it was at that point I knew, oh, okay. I mean, you're in this life on your own. You have to struggle. You have to, you have to, you have to be successful because all he wanted was for me to be successful. He wanted us to be successful, you know. And I carried that burden in me. I said, okay, no problem. Money is never going to be a problem in my life. I'm going to make sure that, you know, people around me, don't get to a point where money becomes a problem and I become helpless. And I was working in the bank at the time, I was working in the bank, but I discovered that while working in the bank, my income, yeah, it was solving the basic needs. But this isn't what I bargained for. This wasn't the dream I bargained for as a child, as a grown up child. This wasn't the dream I bargained for. I was getting paid salary. I had the basic necessities of life. But every now and then, when when duty calls for finances, I find myself looking here and there. I find myself apologizing to my generation. I find myself apologizing. I find myself not being able to meet those financial demands. There are very clear cases that brought me to my knees, and I was like, no, I need something better. I need something better. I need something better. And in the search for something better, in the search for something better, in the search for something that will augment my salary as a banker, I prayed to God and I said, God, please, I need something. This is not how I want to live my life. There was a slogan I used to say in those days with my friends. After you encounter some difficulties and you're like, now like this we go a day, now like this we go a day, like, so is that how we're going to continue? Is it like this? Salary comes in before you get to the end of the month, you've exhausted the salary. And I also made some very poor choices in terms of finances. I didn't have the financial literacy I have now then. So I was collecting loan from the bank to buy cars, buy electronics, it's called consumer loan. So they'll give you consumer loan maybe because the bank staff are like 16, 17, 18% thereabouts, even as the bank staff, maybe 18%. They give you consumer loan and you're feeling like a big boy. I took consumer loan, bought the car I was driving, took consumer loan, rented my place, furnished it, it was good, took consumer loan, bought some suits those days. We're just living well. But the sad thing about that consumer loan was like it was a liability that was creating another liability. In the bank, they call it risk assets. What it means is you're using you borrow money to create a liability. Because when you borrow money, it becomes a liability. Why? Because you are paying interest on that money. And what you're using it to buy is something that depreciates. By the time you buy the car, by the time you drive the car out of the car owner shop, it has depreciated in value. By the time you buy that electronics, it has depreciated in value. By the time you buy those dresses, so I was using liability to acquire liability. And at the end of the day, my income was no longer meeting up. I was also involved in some lands. All those lands, they come and tell you, come and buy this land, buy this land, buy this land, buy this land. My dad had a lot of lands. I think I learned that from him, but unfortunately, when RFI came, he revoked all those lands and he was practically left with nothing. So I couldn't live with on all those land that he was buying when he was, working. Now, I was also thinking, okay, that's the way. So most of this land I was buying, you collect a liability, you collect a loan, which is a risk asset, which is a liability. You can't buy a land thinking it's an asset. But unfortunately, those lands were not assets. 99, in fact, 100% of those lands are nowhere to be found today. Most of them revoked, most of them, in fact, not one of those lands were standing today. So as a result of those impediments on my finances. So the bank was paying me fairly okay, but by the time they pay me and then they move my liabilities, in terms of the risk asset, instead of the loans, let me put the loans I took in the bank. I had personal loan, I had consumer loan. By the time the salary comes in and they take those loans and they take their interest, what I was left with was barely enough to survive. And because I also didn't know better, once a loan is being liquidated, once you're liquidating a loan, you just rush quickly, and take another loan. So you are in that perpetual cycle. So once the salary comes, you discover that by the time they take out the loans and all that, you're left with nothing, barely to survive. And it was a rat race, carefully scripted, probably by the owners of the bank to keep you in a point where you keep going round and round in circles. So I was at the point where I needed finances and I knew that I needed money. And there was nothing I could do because, you're working, there's a salary cap. Even if you're promoted, I worked my boss up to be promoted. Yes, I was doing okay. But the bottom line is there's also a cap to what these things can be. And I came to a crossroad in my life where I was like, God, no, I can't deal no more. I need extra source of income, extra sources of income. Now I'm telling you the background for a reason. And at a point I dabbled into so many businesses, so many things while working in the bank. The bank offered you very little opportunity to delve into other things as an operations staff. But I tried my hands in so many things just while working the bank, just to make ends meet. Because there was no time to supervise those things, of course, it went down the drain. So I came to a point where I had to beckon on God. I need a way out of this quagmire. I need a way out of this financial mess. I don't want to come to a point where, I can't take care of my needs and all that. And that was when, in answer to the prayer, God brought the connected economy. God brought network marketing my way. God brought network marketing my way. And when I saw the network marketing opportunity, the only thing I saw was an opportunity to make extra money to add up to my income in the bank. That was all I saw. Okay, if I make extra, the goal was to make extra 200,000 naira monthly, because I came to a point where rent, I think it got to a head when rent became a problem. I was living in the town in Abuja, and when the rent increased at that time, it was obvious that one needed for you to survive, you need to move to the suburbs of Abuja. And I just didn't want to move to the suburbs of Abuja. I didn't want to leave Abuja to move to like all those suburbs, like all those Masaka, all those Nayanyama, all those places at the suburbs. I was living in town, and when it was done that the rent has increased, your liabilities are taking up your salary, you can't pay this rent anymore. I had my things thrown out from one of the houses that was staying in town. I had my things thrown out. The landlord came, said he could not pay rent anymore. In fact, threw my things outside the house, and I had to pack my things and moved into another place. But I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave town. I didn't want to leave town because I didn't want to go towards the suburb. So I was like, is there anything I can do to augment my income? So somebody gave me a suggestion. He says, if your salary comes, start doing contribution. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, wow, that's true. So once you contribute a salary, when it's time to your rent, you can collect and now pay. So I bought the idea. So I quickly did contribution. 3 months to time was my rent. So I happily collected the whole money and paid for my rent, and I was excited. But for the remaining 9 months, once my salary comes and the bank picks up my liabilities in terms of my loans and interest, I still have to make this commitment because it was a check. And by the time they take that commitment for rent, I had literally nothing, barely nothing, a little until to survive on. And that's when I knew that something was going to really happen so fast. And it got me to a point where I started praying, I started looking up to God. I was like desperate for a change. I didn't want to soil my hands or do anything negative, but still, because my dad instilled in us, one of the things he instilled in us was dignity of labor. He told us you better drink Gary and have integrity than steal. He made it clear that taking a pen that doesn't belong to you was like a crime. So that was the value that was instilled in us. So no matter how desperate it was, anything illegality was never part of the option, because I grew up with that culture that, you have to, anything that was not straightforward, I wasn't going to put my hand in it. And to cut the whole long story short, God brought the opportunity of network marketing my way. And when God brought it my way, at first I was like, okay, oh, yeah, I can make enough money. I can make enough money to at least sort out my rent, then have a little extra money to just live like a big boy's life, just be okay. And that's how the journey started. And when the journey started, I thought it would just come in, get two people, just the chat they all give us, hey, the hooray, the hurrah, I was excited, hey. But I got a shock of my life when I discovered that it's beyond that. It's not just about getting people. You need to, it's a whole lot more. You need to follow up on people. You need to work hard. You need to embrace rejection. I wasn't good at rejection. It just dawned on me that maybe to just go get, because my plan was if you get two people, go and sleep. Then those people will get there too. Those two people will get there too. So just to get two people and I'll become financially free. I was ready to just get my two people. But it dawned on me that it's not like that. You need to build the business and all that. And that brings me to the point I'm about to make. And I came to a point where I was building my business, it was just not doing well, and I saw a lot of people not doing so well. And I came to a decision. And the decision I came to was to leave the bank and focus on my network marketing business. At that time, that was the most unpopular decision to take in this part of the country. In fact, it was so unpopular that people thought I had lost my mind. But when I was reminiscing about what made me to take that decision was not so that I was not making enough money when I was even in the bank. No, I was just struggling. In fact, the months before I left the bank was my lowest month in the business. The month after I left the bank was like, psh. So I was still struggling. But what informed my decision, I'm sure that was actually the turning point, was I saw my leaders, the masterminds, the GA leaders today, most of them, I saw them and they were not doing so well. Most of them broke. It was just a nasty experience. Yes, I was working in the bank, so I was not hungry, so to say. Even though I was broke, but at least I had money. If you work in the bank, somehow you can't go hungry. But looking at the other people, it wasn't a pleasant sight. And I saw that me working in the bank was not giving me time to work with their downlines, work with their teammates. It wasn't giving me time because I was always in the bank. I come back and from the bank, I go to the office, I go to the business, start running the business and all that. It wasn't giving me time. So one day I decided, I said, I mean, amongst other, an event I attended an event that changed my life and all that, a pivotal event. That's why events are critical. And that's how we do events. If not for that event, I won't be here today. That's why anytime that events, don't joke with it. Event saved my life. I attended one event, that actually changed it for me. That was when my eyes opened, But critically, one of the things that made me to leave the bank was I wanted to have enough time to help my teammates, the mastermind, the G leaders now that you see today. I wanted to help them to succeed. I wanted to give more of myself to them. And I couldn't do that while I was in the bank. And on that certain day, I resigned from the bank. Everybody thought, no, 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 how can you know? Oh, no, no, nobody resigns from the bank to get to network marketing. Nobody does that. In fact, you have a higher chance of succeeding as a network marketer in the bank, in quotes, because you meet people, you had credibility, you had access to funds. People know you're working in the bank. People know that you're not, for you to be working in the bank, that means you can't be scamming and cheating people are still working in the bank because the bank cannot handle cash because I was in operations handling cash. So there's no way you can be handling the vault of the bank and still be cheated. So people, there's this credibility placed on you. There's this respect. There's this personality. There's this, you had the laptop pin as a banker, you had your ID card as a banker, you had your complimentary card. Those are tools of dignity. Those are tools of validity. Oh, I work in the bank. I was working in First Bank. I work in First Bank. They see your First Bank laptop pin. They see your ID card. You hang it. They see your car. You're wearing suit. It kind of gives you validity, legitimacy. By the time came when I had to drop all of that, I dropped my ID card. I dropped my laptop pin. I dropped my complimentary card. I dropped everything. I dropped everything that the banking system had to offer. Not just the money. It was not just the money. It was beyond the money. It was the lifestyle. It was the personality. It was the respect. It was the dignity. I dropped all of that. And I said I was going to go into network marketing. And the reason was the core foundational reason was I need to be able to have more time so I can help my team leads grow, help my leaders grow, help my downlines grow. I don't have time for them. I don't have time for them. They're calling me, I'm in the bank, I'm doing one transition or the other. I wanted to dedicate and devote myself to working with them and their downlines because I saw how their downlines are quitting because nobody was there for them. I wanted to be there. And I sacrificed the bank. I sacrificed not just the money, at least the bank does not owe. Before the end of the month, they pay you. You had credibility, you're credit worthy, you had access to loans, you had access to people. If you ask somebody for money, they already know you had access to people, community of people that can always give you. You can't be stranded, so to say. But I dropped all of that because I wanted to help people succeed in network marketing. And when I dropped my lapel pin, I remember the day I dropped my ID card, I wrote a check and I paid 1 month in lieu. I put my lapel pin, I dropped everything, and I walked out of the got the man trap door of the bank, and I walked out of the man trap door, and I say, "Wow, this is the world." Now, as at the time I was making that decision, it wasn't like I knew anything. It wasn't like I was sure of anything. It wasn't like there were people out there waiting for me to sign up. It wasn't like it wasn't things were even in my network marketing career, things were the lowest air, the lowest of the lowest of the lowest they can ever think of. That was where I was. But I took that bold step. Why? Because I discovered that, a time will come in my life where I will not be judged by the tie or the suits or the cars that I drew. I'll be judged by the impact I made on the lives of humanity. A time will come when none of these things will matter. The work you're doing in the bank will not matter. A time will come when most of the things that we are passionate about, a time will come when none of those things will count. What counts is what value has your life impacted in the lives of people. And I was ready to enter into the wilderness. People thought I would missed it. A lot of people thought, no, you have lost. No, you've missed it. Yeah, no, 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 no. I remember my regional bank manager calling me and telling me, convincing me you made a mistake. You're not going to accept a resignation letter. Come back, come back, come back. But I knew what I was going for. If I perish, I perish. But I was not going to live a life that I was going to regret at the end of the day. And I walked out of that man trap door. And I remember it was the first bank at Area 11. I remember using the little money I had. There was a restaurant beside that first bank called Bio Bank, quite an expensive restaurant. I just remember there, just calling one of my friends, just come. We just entered into the restaurant. I just see the money I had, just ordered food and just ate very well, just ate very well. Just carried this thing, entered my car, and I just went home and I just slept. And when I woke up, I was like, guy, dude, what have you just done? What have you just done? You know, but the sacrifice was not just about me, because I could have still been in a bank, I still been in a network marketing business, but the sacrifice was about the people I was leading. And that is the bane of this whole civilization. And I remember when we decided to launch out fully, in 2016, you know, I called the GA leaders, the now GA leaders, the masterminds, they rallied around me. I called them, they decided to follow me. And I told them, let us create this thing for people. And one of the things you must also understand is that now at the core of what we're doing in 2016, we started with when we decided to really launch out a campaign. When we decided to really launch out a campaign in 2016, we launched out the Own Your Life campaign March 13, 2016. When we decided to launch out a campaign and decided to just go all out, I call the G leaders now. Most of them are G leaders now. People that the principal masterminds, I call them the principal masterminds. I call them together and I said, guys, let's create magic, and we started by fasting and praying. That was the foundation of this business. We did a 6 days fast. 6 days fast. I think end on the 6th day. We did a 6 days fast and we committed everything to God. And that's why if you look at the cardinal culture, the number one cardinal culture of our business is commit your business to God. And we did a 6-day fast. And throughout that period, they're here, they can confirm, throughout that period, the foundation of this business was not about money. The foundation of this business was not about money. The foundation of this business was to help as many people become successful. That was the foundation of this business. In fact, in one of our minis those days, it was written, we will not celebrate the highest earners. We will only celebrate the highest trainers. What it means that no matter how much you're making in this business, if you're not impacting people, if you're not training people, if you're not building people, we won't celebrate you. The architecture that founded this business was not founded on greed or okay, I want to show. No, it wasn't founded on, it was founded on pure selflessness, sacrifice, and ability to serve. That was the foundation that started this whole thing that you're saying. That's why somebody like Dr. Victor could leave his medical practice where he was practicing and jettison it and say, I throw my medical, at least as a medical doctor, as a medical practitioner, you will always have a fallback. He left it and said, I'm going to do everything in this. Someone like Ambassador Dr. Nefesima was running an IT company, very good in computer, very, very good, run an IT company and all that. He left it all to focus on his business. The likes of Ambassador Vincent was also working in the bank, was working in the first bank like me. Had a lot of responsibilities. He left it all to focus on this business. Dr. Elijah Mba, working in the hospital, licensed, working, practicing as a medical doctor, one of the foremost government hospital in Abuja, Gaiki Hospital. He left it all. Now, the foundation of this are people left everything they were doing. Just like the proverbial Peter and John leaving their ship, leaving their boat. They left it all and to come together because they believed in the cause, they believed in the vision. And that vision was to help humanity, help people become successful. That is the foundation, that is the fulcrum, that is the basics, that is the beginning and the base of this whole business, you see. And that is why if you look carefully at all of us, with the monies God has blessed us with, we don't see anybody having another business by the side. All the J leaders you see, they've made quite a bunch of income. They can start something by the side. They can say, okay, let me go and start one business. There are several businesses, each and every one of them could have put their hands in. And we're not daft. But if you watch all of them closely, they don't have any investment in any other business. Somebody say, oh, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Go into this, put this, put this, put this. It's not like they don't see those opportunities. But when they go back to the foundation of the business, they discover that they left everything to follow a vision. Have we been tempted? A lot of us have been tempted. Come and do this, put money here, do this, do this. When the almighty Bitcoin came, crypto, invest in this, do this. Or somebody told me, no, just give me your ID card on my own. I will give you $500 to register in one credit that by now it will be this. I said, calm down, calm down. You see, if you don't understand the foundation that you started with, you will lose a lot. I said, calm down. It's not about making money. It's about something. I was already in the bank. Something made me leave the bank. Some of us were already in the hospital. Something made them leave their medical career. If you become a medical doctor, you understand that it's one of the hardest things to leave because you go through hell to get that MBBS, whatever they call it. If you have a company that you're building and you're building, they all left all these things because they believed in the common vision. What was the common vision? Let us help as many people. That's why no matter the money they have made, you don't see any of these people you don't see any of them doing any other thing by the side. Not that they can't open a manufacturing company, not that they can't do any other thing, but you see them solely committed because the foundation of this business was selflessness, anchored on development of human existence. And that was how we started. We fasted, we prayed. Now, when we started, just was, this is taking a long time. I need to time myself because of time so that I don't wow. Now, hold on. Now, because of how we started, when you take a look at all these people I'm telling you, till date, you see them on the grind. You see them, you don't see them looking to the left or looking to the right. Why? Because the basis that brought them into this business was about human beings. Now, why am I saying this? As we go and we continue to expand and we continue to grow, just like in every civilization, it becomes tainted. A lot of things becomes tainted. A lot of people come and people that don't have the people that didn't know how we started. In fact, I remember they are here, they can bear me witness. When we started this, we were looking for ways. In fact, our passion was, listen to me, at the basics of this campaign, our passion was to do the right thing. to make sure we're in the right company, to make sure that we're doing the right thing. It was not more about money. In fact, we made up our mind nobody will start with more than 3 accounts when we started. Oh God. We said it was 3 accounts. The highest was 7 accounts. Then we said no, it was 3 accounts. Even with the leaders was 3. That's why when I started my business, I bet my business on 3 accounts. I had other people to put, but we bet it on 3 accounts. We said, okay, we can, if you're doing full time, that time, if you're not doing full time, you cannot do more than 1 account or 3 accounts. That here you can confirm. If you're not full time in this business, the maximum you can do is 1 or 3 accounts. If you're full time, then we can allow you to do 7, but you must come in full time. But 7 account was like a monument to the belt. We are more concerned about doing things right. We are more concerned about not missing it, not making mistakes. In fact, even when we wanted to start, we had to, we're even looking for ways not to even start the business. We're even looking for ways to opt out from the business. We'll pray, say, God, if this is not your will, and that is why when I see people fighting the business, fighting our vision, fighting C2 energy, I look at them and I laugh, because if they understand the foundation, they will save their breath, they will save their energy. Because even we didn't want to start it. Ask the J leaders. In fact, they practically had to force me. Oh yeah, let's do this thing. I said, calm down. Are you sure we should do? Are you sure we should go ahead? Are you sure we should not? Are you sure? We kept on asking questions. In fact, we'll call one of the partners those days. We'll call them into my house. We're grilling them, trying to discourage. We didn't want to do. He said the thing you see us doing at the initial stage is not what we wanted to do. They're here. They can testify. But guess what? Guess what? Something more was driving us. And what was driving us was the ability to do things properly, the ability to get it right, the ability to be sure that we're right in the center of God's purpose for our lives. In fact, for us, our win was not, were we going to make money? Our win was, were we going to succeed? No, our win was, were we right where God wants us to be? Is this what God wants us to do? Are we doing it exactly the way God wants us to do it? Please confirm you can hear me. I think the network is off. Technical, someone fix the network. Looks like it's off. I think the network is already. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, boss. Loud and clear.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay. No, I wasn't hearing myself. That's why. Okay, I think we're back. I think we're back. So please, can you hear me put on the okay, on the AC rather? Okay. Or the other AC. So like I was saying, our concern was more focused on, are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing? The J leaders that can confirm. It was not about, okay, this. It was more like, are we in the center of God's will? Are we doing the right thing? Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? And that was the basics of our business. But over time, as we kept on growing, we moved from the Own Your Life campaign. We launched La Buena Vida. After La Buena Vida, we launched the Diamond Project. As we kept on expanding, the intrinsic qualities of the foundation were beginning to be diluted. Now, it's understandable that in every civilization, as more people begin to come into every civilization, it's understandable that people begin to dilute it. But after going through a lot of things, it became necessary that we need to be reborn. We need to go back to the basic foundation of this business. And that's what the rebirth was all about. We need to retrace our steps. That was why when we started, we raised a lot of leaders. Most of the leaders we raised when we started are still today. But as time went on, a lot of dilutions came in, a lot of people infiltrated into our business, a lot of things happened, and the foundation is still there, but somehow the authenticity of that foundation, a lot of people are not following it. And that is why the reborn or the rebirth is necessary. I want to use this opportunity before I continue to let you know that we have real enemies. There are people that will wish us dead. And I'm telling you. Now, it is not a surprise to me because it comes with the territory. There are people, their greatest desire is to get up and they say, those people, they're falling. I said it. So they can justify their actions and their decisions to quit on themselves and on the vision. So that they can sleep well at night. So they can justify their act of laziness and lack of consistency. There are people that hate us so much out there. They are ready to lose a limb to make sure that we fail. There are people that were part of us before. Due to one grudges or the other, they took offense or one thing that happened and all that. They're no longer part of us. And their assignment now is going out on the internet, going out to people, trying to discredit us, trying to make sure that we fall, because our greatest desire is to wake up one morning and say, yes, they're falling. Yes, they're falling. Yes, we said it. Yes, we said it. They are scammers. They are this. They are cultists. They are doing bad things. You don't know they're deceiving you, saying all kinds of negative things. Even they know, having been in the system, that there's nothing illegitimate about what they do. But because they want to justify their position of failure, their position of quitting, they rather do anything. Most of the people that you prospect and you sign up, they will I call them the naysayers, the dream killers, the serpents, the wolves. They go out trying to they take it upon themselves. They buy credits, they'll spend money just to convince other people, just to destabilize the vision, just to make sure that one day we fail. Some of them have gone to so many things. Now the question is, are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. Do we have our shortcomings? We are human beings. Just like every institution, we have our shortcomings. We are not perfect. We're evolving. We're growing. Could we do things better today than we did yesterday? Of course, we can do things better. We will do things better. We will do things better today than we're doing today. Yes, no, Rome was not built in a day. Nobody grew up overnight. We stumbled, we fell, we grew up. Just like every other person, we're looking for better ways to improve ourselves. We are not perfect. We are far from perfection. Were some of the things that made those people to quit, were some of them maybe justified? It's possible they were justified. It's possible they were angered. It's possible they were not. It's possible things will happen because we are human beings. We don't claim perfection. We will never claim perfection. We're an evolving team. We're an evolving organization. We're trying to be better. And that's why all these things that happen can get better. But listen, some of us have stood by us from day one. Despite our imperfections, despite our frivolities, despite our deficiencies, despite our deficiencies, for lack of a better word, some of you have stood by us. Some of you have stood by us, not because we are perfect, but because we identified with the vision. But let me say something. For those people that have vowed, these people must go down. Oh, are they still standing? Oh, are they still doing well? Just give them some time. Police will come and arrest them. They will shut them down. They will shut them down. For those people that are wishing us evil, wishing our downfall, doing everything, convincing other people, going the extra mile to get other people. No, don't join them. Oh, don't join them. Oh, no. For all those people, I just have one message for them. You see, if you understand how we started and what it is that powers what we're doing, you will save your breath. you will save your time. If you understand where we're coming from and what it is that powers what we do, you will save your energy. Because there is the wisdom. You see, the wisdom of God is greater and bigger and better than the wisdom of man. The wisdom of God uses the foolishness of men to advance his purposes. So the more you think you're attacking them, it is the wisdom for them to grow. The children of Israelites, the more the Egyptians were bullying them, the more they were growing. That's why they even tell you, when you meet something that is cancerous or something, the more you want to mutilate it, the more it expands. So just leave it alone. It's a wisdom. The more they attack us, the more they want to get us down. It's a systematic wisdom for us to grow. You can't bury us because we are seeds. You can't kill us because we are seeds. The more you're putting us under the ground, the more you think you're burying us, the more we are getting the nutrients to germinate. Just like a mustard seed, it goes to the ground and it develops and becomes a giant tree. We can't be defeated. Why can't we be defeated? Because this civilization is not the product of a man's wisdom. It is not some group of people that came together and said, okay, we are smart. Let us come together and create something and make money out of it. If it was, it would have been gone longest time ago. But since 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, we are standing, we are strong, and we're emerging brighter. Why? Because the foundation of this civilization you see is not earthly, it's from an eternal order. So the more, just like the Master Jesus, they were crucifying him, they were killing him, they thought they had destroyed him. But the moment he was on the cross, he said, when I'm lifted up, I will draw all men. They were scared. No, don't preach. Don't. In fact, they wanted to kill him so that he does not preach the gospel he came to preach. So they thought, if by the time I kill him, nobody will hear the kind of things he's saying. But by the time he died, the whole world became evangelized. You see, that thing that you're trying to avoid, if the prince of this world had known, they wouldn't have crucified the Lord of glory. Because in crucifying him, killing him, the life you are trying to contain broke out and you couldn't contain it anymore. That is the wisdom of God. That I say, He will prepare us a table in the midst of our enemies. So bring them and bring it on. We are seeds. We are just even starting. In fact, we are just starting. We're about to be reborn. And when you see, when you understand, they will understand with time. When they do everything, and the more they try to bury these people, the more these people are sprouting here and there. Then they will now know that these guys, contrary to what we think, they may not be of themselves. Maybe, perhaps, God is with these guys. However, for those of us that have stood by us, through thick and thin, yes, we may not be perfect. Yes, we might have our issues. Yes, we're still learning. Yes, we're still not perfect. Yes, we're still not doing things right. Yes, we're still evolving. But you stood by us. I want to tell you that I, on behalf of the G leaders, on behalf of the entire C200G, we appreciate you. And we say thank you for standing by us. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for being there with us. Some of you, people have tried to push you out of this business, try to discourage you, try to tell you all kinds of things. You may not be making money, but you stand. To you guys, I want to say thank you. And I owe you as well my loyalty. Thank you so much. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I feel your love. I feel your support. I feel your love. I feel your support. I feel your loyalty. I feel your obedience. We feel it. We understand it. Not that we deserve it, but to us it's an honor. Thank you so much for your loyalty, for your obedience, for staying put, even against all odds. We've come through a whole lot, my guys. From the product issue to police, so many things we have come through. We've come through a whole lot. But like as a unit, we stand together. And for everybody that has been standing with us, standing with this vision, They may not be making money. Their business may have gone down. I know people that their business may have gone down. They're not making the money they expect, but they're standing with us. They're standing with us. They're standing with us. Yes, they're not perfect, but they stand just like you stand with your family. Thank you so much. From the depth of my heart, I love you guys. I love every one of you. I appreciate every one of you. And this is not just me speaking. This is on behalf of the GA leaders, the masterminds, and the leaders. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that brings me to the rebirth. That brings me to the rebirth. And we also realize that we have to keep getting better. But for us to keep getting better, we owe it to. And I want to tell you, I want to give you guys a commitment. We are not here for money. I'm telling you, trust me. Trust me. I'm not saying we don't want to make money. I'm not saying we will not make money. We will make money because the vision is to raise financially free people. But I'm going to tell you the ultimate reason we're here. And that's why I asked for the vision to be. The vision is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people so that collectively we can use our resources collectively. That is the word, collectively. I can use my resources and feed the poor. You can use your resources and feed the poor. Everybody can use their resources and feed the poor. But when you bring it together collectively, it becomes a force. One can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000. Imagine how many 50,000 people will chase when they galvanize, when they are united, when they come together. That is the vision. So the vision is actually unity. The core of the vision is collectively. I can decide to say, okay, today I'm going to use 100,000 and feed the poor. I'm going to use 100,000 and feed the poor. I'm going to use 200,000 and feed the poor. The client only use 150,000. We can do all those things, but the impact will not be felt as much as it will be if we gather all those monies together and we push a force. When you see an ocean tide, it's not water, it's the force of the tide that makes the impact. And that is why our business thrives on unity and collectiveness. That's why it thrives on loyalty and togetherness. Because what all of us can do together, the world cannot stand. Collectively, we will change the trajectory of our country. Collectively, we will affect our world positively. It is collectively, people coming together. That's what creates the impact. And create the impact that will affect the world positively. Why am I standing here? Why are we standing here? Because we know a time will come when there are 50,000 multi-millionaires all across the globe, and they have one vision. Bring your money. We'll put our monies together and we'll go and salvage the poor. The aim of this civilization, if it's to make money, some of us have made money. The aim of this civilization is not just to make money. It's to raise an army of people that are making money with a singular. There are some people that are making money, but they are using their money to inflict pain on people. There are people that are sponsoring terrorism. There are people that are sponsoring kidnapping. There are some people, the money they are making is a dagger in the heart of God. Is a dagger in the heart of God. But we're a group of people that the money we will make will bring together and say, can we stop hunger in Africa? Those are kind of projects we're talking about. Can we stop cancer in Africa? Can we stop diabetes? Can we what does it take to set up a research center that might stop child mortality in Africa, in the poorest part of Africa? Is there something we can do? It's going to cost 500 million naira. It's going to cost 500 million naira. Is it 500 million is going to cost? They will ask, okay, what's the 500 million naira? Okay, this project now is going to cost 500 million naira. We'll have a meeting, a council of elders meeting. We'll have a meeting of the cell leaders and say, okay, they say 500 million naira can build a research center that can stop child mortality, that can reduce almost to zero child mortality rates. So what we want to do that all the people, all those poor village women that are carried there and their children will just die. If they say it's 500 million naira for us to build a facility that can stop it or reduce it maximally. And we say, how much is it? 500 million. We say, okay, 500 million. Okay, 500 million, only 500 million. And we're 50,000. We divide it by 50,000. Okay. Hold on. I just divided, I just divided, I just divided, I just divided 500 million by 50,000. What I got is 10,000. It just became funny. It just became just too funny. So what I meant is 5 billion. They tell you it's 5 billion. Or they tell you it's 50 billion naira. I want you to see the power of unity. I just divided 500 million naira to me is huge. As I divided with 50,000, I could not even see what my calculator is giving to me. But I want you to understand the vision that we stand for. So I can't even call people. Maybe it's even cancel out. A few people cancel that we just okay, let's handle the 500 million. Let's assume they said it's 50 billion naira. That's more like it. 50 billion naira. Can my calculator get it? 50 billion. And we call the 50,000 first. Okay, let's divide it by 50,000. Okay, it's just 1 million naira. And so, okay, we need, they say 50 billion naira now will stop child mortality in the poor, not even in Nigeria. He said our vision is beyond Nigeria. Our vision is Africa as a whole and to the ends of the earth. He said Mozambique, things are happening. In Namibia, things are happening. And they say it's 50 billion naira. And we say, okay, 50 billion naira. We say, people, okay, under one day, we can raise 50 billion naira. The 50,000 monthly millionaires can say, okay, I can just put 1 million naira and we raise 50 billion naira. And we use, and imagine what 50 billion naira can do. Imagine the effects, the positive effects 50 billion naira can do. That is why I'm standing here. That is the core of the vision. That is that the lives that this 50 billion naira will change. And 1 million naira, and by the time you see they are making that money, they understand that they are making that money for a particular purpose. Look at the US election. They have what they call the donors that donating for election under 24 hours that Kamala Harris was nominated. They raised $105 million under 24 hours. They are raising this money because they want to support somebody to go and become the president, and in fact, go and contest. Do you understand? But there are coalition groups that raised $105 million under 24 hours. Or is it under 7 days or so? I may not be correct, but maybe under 7 days or under some days. I think they raised close to $50 million on 24 hours. Maybe over 100 million were raised under some days. That is the vision. They want the woman, the first black woman of color, to become the president of America, and they are willing to part with $105 million. Don't do that calculation. Why? Because there's a collection of people that are penned to a particular vision. So we're standing here because one day in State Energy, we'll raise 50 billion naira. And with that 50 billion naira, it's not to go and sponsor somebody to go and become the president of any country. It's for us to help humanity, affect the poor people, affect people's life positively, create systems that people will say, just like I'm using Zoom or say, oh, thank God, God bless the person that did so. God bless the person that did so. We want to create certain changes. And that is what this vision is all about. And because the vision borders on people that you and I don't know yet, the forces that stand behind us are more than the forces that intend to stop us. And that is why I declare and I decree we are unstoppable. Because we are not here. I can be telling you these things, but God sees the heart. God sees the heart. I can be telling you these things, but God knows whether what I'm saying is what I'm saying. I'm just saying it. But if this vision is anchored on helping humanity, if this vision, people are going to make money, use that money, wipe out the tears of humanity, affect the world positively, then I can tell you, beat your chest, you're unstoppable. Beat your chest. Not even the devil from the grave, not even the devil from the pit of hell can stop you, can stop me. No, they've not even the angels. Because the angels, they stand to do the will of God. That is where we stand. That is the vision. And that is what all of you that have stood with us, that is what you're standing with. And for that reason, for us to be able to actualize this, if it's for us to make money, we can do things anyhow. But for us to be able to actualize this, for us to be able to actualize this, for us to be able to actualize what I just said now, we must be reborn. There must be a rebirth. If we come to a point where we can raise 50 billion naira and use it, we won't use it for any, we won't say, okay, let's not support one political aspirant. That is not the vision. If tomorrow, that is not the vision. That is not the basics. Let's not support one person. No, it is not to support any political. It is not a political movement. It is a movement that will empower people economically. That's what this movement is all about. We'll go to villages where there are no pipe-borne waters. We'll create pipe-borne, we'll create roads. Roads are people, they tell you every day on this road, because of how bad this road is, because of the bend, every month, 2 people die. People die on this road because of how bad this road is. We lose 5 people every month on this particular road. We'll go and repair that road so that the heart of women and men that are being broken, when they told them, oh, your loved one just had an accident and died because they are treading on the poor road. By the time we repair that road, they will tell you, for the past 2 years, since you guys prepared that road, we have not recorded a single death. Whereas before you people repair this road, every month there must be 3 accidents, 3 people will die. But because we have prepared this road for us, thank you, because we have not recorded a single death. No, people's hearts have not been broken. People are not mourning. That is the essence of our business. Network marketing is just a tool to get us to our vision. If you are going to be in on this, if you are going to make sure that this thing comes to pass, then there must be a rebirth. There must be a rebirth. There must, of necessity, be a rebirth. I pledge my life to this vision. I stand with this vision. What I'm telling you, I'm not telling you because I want to make it, I'm telling you what I've appended my signature to. What I just told you, that is what I'm going to stand for. I pen my life to this vision. I stand for this vision. And I'm going to live to see when these things will come to pass. And we're going to start very soon. Before we get to that point, we already started. We started to feed the family, we started with palliatives. We're already doing these things on smaller scales. But we're going to migrate and we'll keep on doing it until we make a formidable impact that even the blind can see. Even the blind cannot claim ignorance. Yes, they are this. But look at what they've done now. It's just like when that blind man was healed. They said, no, but I was blind. Now I can see. There's a notable miracle done here. I know you don't like these people, but can you see what they have done? Can't you see? Can you see? Is it a lie? Is it audio? Can you verify? Look at what this group of people have done. You don't like them, you hate them, you want them dead, you want them to collapse. But look at what they have done. If they were not alive, if they are not doing, look, this thing will not have been done. Can you explain it? And the God of those people that we're going to help will stand in us. When you're fighting us, you are not fighting us. You're not fighting Ambassador Michael Okoli. No, you are fighting the lives that will be changed and affected by the vision that Ambassador Michael Okoli, the GA leaders, the council of ed, and every other person is pushing. But for that vision to come to pass, for it not to be a mirage, for us not to wake up in the next 5, 10 years and we're not maximizing it, for that not to happen, for that tragedy of a wasted thing is going on. May God forgive that person. Somebody in this meeting is doing call. Why this meeting is going on? May God forgive that person. That's what I can say. May that person be forgiven. You're calling me, you're calling WhatsApp call while the meeting like this is going on. I just hope it's a phone that mistakenly dialed. There must be a reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the reverse. Welcome to the reverse. Time is not on my side. I have barely 20 minutes. I'm going to use the next 20 minutes and talk about the reverse. I am sure that I've been able to give I'm sure I'm able to give a proper foundation of this business so that for those that stand with us, this is what it is. And before I go to it, but let me also say something. There is something that's standing with us, and I'm going to tell you guys this. There's something that is standing with us to make sure that this vision comes to pass. So don't be in the way of this vision. Because one of the covenants I said, I will bless them that bless you, and I will curse them that curse you. So people that align themselves to attack this vision, they're already under a curse. If you're going around talking, and I'm saying it clearly, on the 31st of December, we had an all-night midnight prayer. Both Muslims and Christians alike. So if you position yourself to fight this vision, just know that you're under. We don't need to curse you. We don't need to say anything negative. We don't need to fight. We don't need to fight. The spirits that we are working for, which is the Spirit of God and the angels of God, will take care of our battles. So you align yourself in the place where you become grossly disadvantaged. Because I will bless them that bless you, and I will curse anybody that curse. So you cursing that kind of person, you already come under a curse. But for us to move into the dimension where we can succeed, there has to be a reverse. There has to be a reverse. What is a reverse? Then the reverse the rebirth is the ability to start afresh. The rebirth is to be reborn. Why is there a need for rebirth? Because over time, we have been tainted with a lot of civilizations that was not congruent with the foundations that we started with. So as a result, we must bring out a new species that is not tainted with the old civilization. Let me say it this way. Let me say it this way. Please confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can hear and see me.
Yeah, can hear you. Can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Let me say it this way. And I just hope that we have understanding. I want to bring it up from my soul so that you can have understanding. For every vision to be actualized, there are a group of people that can actualize it. Listen to me very carefully. For every vision to be actualized, there are a group of people that can actualize it. And those group of people must have certain qualities. Let me take the United States of America, for example. There are two leading parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. The Democrats, they hold a certain view. The Republicans, they hold a certain view. The party that gets to the White House will bring their views and their culture to dominate the American space. I need to understand something. The party that wins will bring to bear on the nation their policies, their views, and their cultures. Their views are divergent, even though they're in one country. The Republicans have their views, the Democrats have their views. Now, if the Republicans win, they will bring their views to dominate the culture of America. If the Democrats win, they will bring their views and their ideologies, their culture to dominate the culture of America. In every vision that must be achieved, the people that will achieve it must have that culture. However, visions are not achieved because somebody said a vision is achieved. Visions are achieved because a group of people imbibe a certain culture, a certain ideology. God help me, God help me, God help me to communicate this. In every territory, there is a culture that rules that territory. When you go to North Korea, there's a government that rules North Korea. North Korea is ruled by the ideologies, by the ideology and the cultures and the attitude and the behavioral systems of the people in power. They dictate the pace of North Korea. When you go to South Korea, it's a different ball game. The thing we don't understand is for vision to be actualized, a body of people must emerge with certain culture, certain DNA that can enforce that vision to come to bear. If a group of people does not emerge with certain belief systems, certain cultures, the vision of that will not be embedded in the society. If you come to an area where maybe they believe in same-sex marriage or LGBTQ, if you come to a country that is dominated like that, what happens is those things, they don't just come to be. All of a sudden, a quorum of people came together and agreed, yes, we can endorse this character. We can endorse same-sex marriage. We can endorse it. Listen to me. Before laws are enacted in the physical, even in the spiritual realm, a quorum of people that agree with those laws must be formed. That's what I'm trying to say. A quorum of people that agree, yes, abortion is okay, abortion is not okay, which either way, same-sex marriage is okay, same-sex marriage is not okay, identity agenda is okay. Somebody does not just come and say, okay, this is what I want. No, it doesn't work that way. A civilization must be bettered that embodies that ideology. They must form a quorum before that vision can be instituted and legalized. And in every territory, everybody is doing the bidding of the spirit that's in control of that territory. Now, I'm saying that to explain that for this vision that I explained to come to pass, it's not just by quoting it. It's not just by saying it. It's not by saying, no, 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 no. A body of people must be born that carry the DNA, that carry the culture, that carry the behavioral pattern, that carry the attitude, the mindset attitude, and the ideology that could bet this vision. We must form a quorum. We must be many in order to come to a point where we can successfully implement this vision. Take Rotary Club, for example. Among their different vicinities, there are people that imbibe their four cardinal cultures. They can recite it off head. That is what they believe in. That thing brings them together, and they've imbibed it. For us to fulfill this vision, it's not enough to quote it, it's not enough to say it. We must be reborn with the attitude that can enable us to fulfill this vision. Otherwise, we only make money and we'll go. And the process of giving birth to a new generation is what the rebirth is all about. If somebody's going to be rebirthed again, and when they're going to be rebirthed, there's so many attitudes they're going to imbibe. And by imbibing that attitude, we begin to form a quorum. We're going to form a quorum with those same attitudes. So anytime you see somebody, yeah, that's a diamond, that's the diamond, that's the diamond. And that is why when you see people that went to the same school, oh, you went to Unilag, hey, or went to UNN, oh, call them the lioness, or went to foot, they foot twice, they foot ties, they this, they did. They call themselves that because there is a system that has cultured them to be together. So being reborn means we must be reborn, not physically reborn, not spiritually reborn, but we must be reborn in certain minds, certain attitudes, that everybody in C21FG will sing the same song, say the same message, have the same behavioral pattern. In that behavioral pattern, that is the only way we can form a quorum to achieve the vision of C21FG. If we don't be reborn, we will miss it. Not everybody might join us in this rebirth process, but we just need a quorum. We need a quorum that will say, this is what we stand for. These are the attitudes. These are the behavioral patterns. And then the first thing I'm going to tell you, in fact, I think I wrote it down. I wrote it down so that I don't mix it up. The first I'm going to tell you about this reborn, the rebirth, is everybody listening to the sound of my voice. For us to achieve our vision and our purpose, for us to achieve our vision and our purpose, we must change the way we do our business. We must change the way we live our lives to embrace these new values. And I'm going to read it. I'm going to talk about it very briefly. And it's something that we keep talking about. And over time, we're going to imbibe this thing so that when you see somebody and the person speaks and the person acts, you say, yes, this is the diamond. You're a member of C21FG. This is a diamond. This person is a diamond. Now, this rebirth, time will fail me because I'm already run out of time. But it was imperative that I take us back to the foundation. In this rebirth, we're going to give birth after this speech, after this address. We're going to give birth to a new set of people. That this is how we're going to run this business. The first set of people we're going to give birth to. Now, let me put it this way. The first set of people in this rebirth, the people that we're going to give birth to are people that their ideologies, their character was aligned when I'm about to say. The first one is a people who are interested in the development of other people rather than in personal aggrandizements. Let me explain. When I took you guys down to how we started, we are people that were interested in the success and development of other people. So what is the rebirth? You must consciously, this is the conscious effort now, make up your mind from today onwards. You won't run this business because you want to make money. You're going to make money. And mark my words, the business is centered around success and making money. So there's no way you not make money. But the core culture is going to be in the development and building of other people. Human beings are selfish by nature. The average human being is selfish. The average human being thinks about himself. But the group is going to emerge. And these are the things that's going to run us. That the first thing that comes to your mind is not how much money I'm making from this person, but how can I help this person develop? It's going to affect how we run the business. It's going to affect drastically how we run the business. You know, the way we run the business before, maybe somebody just come, your goal is to just sign up somebody, just collect the money. No, that's not the new species that is going to take over. The new species that's going to take over and accomplish the vision are people that when you see people, your primary motive is not how can I encash and how can I make money? Your primary motive is how can I help this person become better? How can I help this person succeed? How can I develop this person? And that is why going forward running our business, when people make payments for our products, you're not going to be in a hurry to register them. Time is not on my side. I need to rush. You're not going to be in a hurry to register them going forward. They must fill what is called a payment consent form. Please, Mr. Ronke, please help us project it when I ask you to. Please, so I can project it. I know the J leaders that can have laptops project the payment consent form. What it means is the new set of people, once you run presentation, no, hey, you sign. No. Once people sign up, they must understand the business that we do. They must understand the business that we do before their money is collected. Somebody will say, no, is it that somebody wants to pay? Oh, no, they can pay their money, actually. But before their money, not before the money is collected, they can pay, actually. Because if I didn't pay immediately, I won't be here. They can pay. But before they are encoded or registered, you must make sure that they understand the business that we do. And if they're not ready to do the business and they want to collect back their money, you will return back their money. If they say, okay, let me use it and get products, you will collect their products. We are not going to be hustlers anymore. People must understand the business properly. And they must sign, before you register anybody, they must sign the payment consent form. I might give like till maybe 1st of August, because we need to bring out the payment option. We need to print it out and all that. For 1st of August, they must read the payment consent form and they must be sure they've understood what they're going into before you register them. If they say, no, I'm not too sure, I'm not sure I can do this, you tell them your money is here. Should I return back your money? In fact, if you're not ready to sign this form, we can return back your money because our goal is not after your money. Our goal is to see how we can help you make extra source of income. If you feel our goal is not aligned, sorry, we can take your money. You can take your money back. It's okay, it's fine. That is the rebirth. Someone say, that means we'll not make money. You're wrong, but because let me shock you. You might think that, yeah, by the time you collect people's money, and all that. No. You see, by the time you start doing this, if you recruit 100 people, if you recruit 10 people, 7 will stand with you. The business will have a high attrition level. You recruit 10 people, only 1 is standing after 2-3 months. You think you're making money. No, you're not duplicating. You're not duplicating. Yes, it's a fast pace. Yes, you're encoding. Yes, you think if at the end of the day, if you go around and check, it's the beginning of this year, How many people have you recruited? How many people are standing? How many people are even doing something? Yeah, because they rushed in and they rushed out. But in this new rebirth process, before people come, they will understand. Time will fail me to explain our business. And I'm going to take it upon myself to explain this business. This business is the most beautiful business on earth. If people understand this business that we do, they will do it. It's one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful business on earth. If people understand this business, they will sign up and they will do it. The challenge is that people don't understand the business. They don't understand the business properly, and they sign up and they have false expectation. But in the rebirth, like I've said, we are going to make sure that people understand the business before they are registered. Yeah, they can make their payment, but before they are registered, they must understand, okay, this is what the business is. If you don't refer people, you will not be paid. It's a connecting business. We're going to be here to help you and to support you. And there are limits to what we can do and what we can also do. These are what it is. They must understand. If they feel, I'm not sure this is what I can do, honorably tell them, please, you can have your money back. Just sign the refund form. Let's be sure that there's a refund form they will need to sign. They will sign the refund form. I'm collecting my money back. And they're okay. If they want to use it and purchase health products, they can purchase health products. People's personal interest must be paramount. That is the culture. That is the new DNA. That is the rebirth. But ambassador, we did not drive business. We did not slow business down. We did not make people not make money. Temporarily, it might appear to slow business down, but when your business takes off, it doesn't come down. Temporarily, it may appear to slow things down, but the rate of attrition will slowly reduce. And even when people quit the business, they will know that they quit because they couldn't do what was necessary. And they won't go about telling other people it's a scam. No, no, no. They won't encourage other people. If you can do it, do it. Yes, I couldn't do it because I'll still come back. Most of the people who quit when we started the business, that was how we took it. Most people that even quit this, let me go and come back. They don't quit because they don't understand the business. They quit because I may not be able to do this right now. Maybe right now my wife is pregnant or my husband is this or I'm pregnant. Okay, let me just give birth and I'll come back and I'll do the business. They are loyal. They are there. At the beginning stage, it might appear like it dips. The business kind of dips, but give it some time. When you have somebody, you have somebody. When you have a teammate, you have a teammate. When people are there, they know why they are there. They will catch the vision. They will run with it. Your attrition level will reduce massive, and over time, you will duplicate and you'll build leaders. But gone are the days where before you know somebody says, no, 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 no. You must to make sure that the person understands the business. It's a network marketing business. You must refer people, but they must understand the leverage. That makes us have a lot of responsibilities. Even all the G leaders I'm speaking, they already know. Everybody is going to go into practical. Our job now, including me, our job. Our job now from the month of August is explaining the business properly. Because if people understand this business, they will do it. Even when they tell them, take back your money, if they understand the business, they will bring their money and say, sign up in this business. I know you're paid though, but if you're not ready, if you don't understand it, we can refund your money now. Just fill a form and it will be refunded. Maybe in 24 hours, it can be refunded. No problem, none of us. 90% of them will say, yeah, let's do this thing. And when they say let's do, they'll be willing to put in the required energy level to get this business up and running. So going forward, maybe we're going to start from 1st of August so we can have time to fine-tune it, print out this thing. Before you register somebody, the person must read the payment consent form. So I'm going to ask Ambassador Ronke, are you ready? Can you help
Yes,
us
boss.
with it?
Yes, I'll share it now. I'll share it.
Can you share it in the Word document and read it and let everybody understand it? Please take it away, please.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to somebody.
Okay, boss, should I go ahead?
I can't see Ambassador Ronke. Are you having network issues?
Oh, I shared it and I thought you said I should take it off. Let me put it back on.
No,
I
I
was sharing
said
it
take it.
before.
I said share it and explain it. As in read it through. That's what I mean. Read it through. Just read
Okay,
it through. Let
boss.
everybody.
Okay. Okay, boss. All right, I'm sharing. If you can see, just go to comments and say I can see. If you can see the document, please just go to comments and say I can see. So I'm sure that it's being projected. Okay, fantastic. All right, so this is the payment content from the ambassador is talking about. I'll just go through it. Okay, so the person will write the dates, and then their details, full name, address, phone number, email address. Please make sure that they fill every single part of this. Okay, and then name of our business, company name, Diamond Project Alliance Emotion Global, address, contact person, phone number, payment details, how much they paid, that's the amount paid, the payment method. So how did they pay? Did they pay through transfer? Did they pay through POS? Did they pay through cash? How did they pay? The date that they paid, description. So what did they pay for? Did they pay for Megaverse, Maxiverse, Preferred Pack? What did they pay for? It should be written there, okay? Now, to the agreements and content proper. By signing this form, I, the undersigned, acknowledge and agree to the following terms and conditions. Number one, I understand that the payments made to Alliance Emotion Global Nigeria Limited or a distributor of Alliance Emotion Global Nigeria Limited for the product service described above is non-refundable under any circumstance. Number two, I have thoroughly reviewed the products and service details and I am fully satisfied with my decision to proceed and purchase. Number three, I acknowledge that I have read, understood, and accepted the terms and conditions provided by Alliance Emotion Global Nigeria Limited regarding the product service. Number four, I understand that once this payment is made, I cannot request a refund. And Alliance Emotion Global Nigeria Limited is under no obligation to provide any form of reimbursement. Number five, I have attended a seminar conducted by Diamond Project Stroke Alliance Emotion Global, fully understand the business model and willing to accept to join the business. I also acknowledge that if I don't refer anybody to the business, I will not earn any income. Number six, I agree to hold the Diamond Project Alliance Emotion Global harmless from any claim or dispute arising from this transaction, including but not limited to legal actions and police reports. By entering into this agreement, I consent to protect, promote, and abide by the rules of the Diamond Projects and Alliance Emotion Global. I confirm that I am of legal age and I have the legal capacity to enter into this agreement. Signature, so the person signs. That's signature. Person signs their signature. They write the dates that this is being done. And then you, as the person who is bringing them into the business, either their upline, their sponsor, you are bringing them in, you must also add your signature and your name and the dates to this agreement. Okay, so that is it. All right, Ambassador, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Ronke. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. But thank you so much for this, and we're going to bring out the distance so that everybody will see it. Now, I'm sure we had it clearly. Now, but from 1st of August, before anybody is registered into this business, they must read this and they must sign the payment consent form. And also, as they're signing it, you must give them their products immediately. You must give them their products immediately before you register or encode anybody into this business. They must see this. Now, what this thing means is, gone are the days where you just get somebody and you don't explain the business properly for them. You're just all after, okay, let me just encash and make money. No. By the time they are reading through this, they will now begin to ask questions. And if they read through that, they say they don't want to sign, tell them, please look at your money. We've not even encoded you. We've not even registered you. Please carry your money and go. No problem. It was nice working with you. It was nice coming with you. We are no longer going to be hustlers. We are going to be intentional builders. And like I said, some people might say, oh, this thing you're saying, it might drag business a while. But the honest truth is, you're building something that will outlast you. Please confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can hear me.
Okay, boss.
All right. So the first rebirth is, now what it also means is, you don't just get people to, because before people are registered and encoded, and also across the GA leaders, a template is also coming for the encoding, the payment clearance and all that very shortly. But the GA leaders will pass down the template. It's already happening in some groups. It's not happening in some groups. But before somebody can be encoded, the person must understand this is what it is. If the person is not ready, please let the person have their money back. And by the time you give back the person his money back, the person will know that you're doing him or her a favor. And the person goes out and starts saying negative things about the business, the judgment of God will fall upon the person. But it is your duty, it is our duty right now to make sure that people understanding our business and doing well is more of a priority. We have a lot of cases that people come, you just sign up people, you abandon them, you don't do them, all those kind of things are going to drastically reduce and be utterly eliminated. That is the rebirth. That is the rebirth. I'm also going to use the opportunity to talk about the Ultra H2. All right. The good news is, as I speak with you, for a while, we stopped we could not sell the Ultra Vars because it was not available. For a while, people that paid for the Ultra Vars, they were not able to collect it. But as I'm talking to you, as of today, over 95% of the reorders have been fulfilled. About 95%. So anybody going forward, there will be no products on back. If there are no products, no purchase. If there's no products, no purchase. Nothing like you paid for products on back order. No, there's no back order. The Ultra H2 bottle, as I speak to you as of today, 95% has been fulfilled. It's meaning less than 5%. Less than 5%. More than 95% have been fulfilled. It's meaning less than 5%. And that 5%, the estimated time of arrival is on the 3rd or 4th of August. So by the end of the first week of August, all things being equal, if there are no flights scheduling, we had a lot of flights that were being delayed because of the Microsoft outage. If there are no flight delays or whatever, by the end of first week of August, all the people that paid for the Ultra H2 bottle, all of them would have received all their bottles, all things being equal, by the end of first week of August. And going forward, if no product is available, there is no back order. Gone are the days we'll do back order. It's no longer going to happen. Now, after all the back orders are fulfilled, we can now begin to do the Ultra H2. But listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. We all know the damage the Ultra H2 did to our business. We all know, we can all attest, the leaders there can all attest to the damage that the Ultra H2 did. I promoted it. We promoted it. But at the end of the day, it caused a lot of damage in our business. And most of us are just recovered. Some of us are recovering from the damage. It turned us to hustlers instead of builders. People are no longer, you see, we are supposed to have Enfanizo October 22nd to 25th. But because of the entrance of the Ultra H2 bottle and the Ultra the Ultra H2 bottle, a lot of people abandoned building and they were hustling in the streets. So everybody turned to a medical practitioner. Everybody turned to promoting the Ultra H2 bottle. As a result, we neglected the foundation of our business, which is training and human development. Because the Ultra H2 came with income, a lot of income, people neglected it, and nobody was building Kingsmen again. People are not building emerging cell leaders again. We finished immersion in June. By now, we should have a lot of emerging cell leaders preparing for Infanizo by October. But all of a sudden, the wave of the Ultra H2 bottle came and swept everybody. Everybody was selling bottle because of the income. And we lost focus and sight of the real business. As a result of that wave of Ultra H2 bottle, people are now coming back to actually properly do the business and begin to raise Kingsmen, raise emerging cell leaders, raise cell leaders. People are now gradually returning. Before, people were just in the market, in the streets, running around, helter-skelter. Everybody became a doctor. Everybody became a medical practitioner. Everybody started selling medical equipment. Everybody. And it affected the core foundation of our business. As God will have it, Aim Global themselves came and now stopped it on their own. As God will have it, God saw how we're derailing. Because maybe left for me, even though I saw it, I was like, okay, let's see. But God used them to truncate the campaign. God just used them to truncate the campaign. God used them to truncate the campaign. And now we're trying to rebuild ourselves. So as a result, after the fulfillment of the Ultra H2, we can now begin to get the Ultra H2. There's an Ultra verse that is available. However, on no account will anybody campaign for Ultra H2 bottle again. If people want to buy it, yes, they can purchase it. But they see the one of doing videos, doing this, it is no longer allowed. We can't campaign the Ultra H2 bottle again. But since it is in the package, if people want it, it's called the Ultra verse. If people want it, they can buy it once we have concluded once they finish supplying the deficit. So if people say they want the Ultra H2 verse, we can sell it. The GA leaders will bring out a modality for each nation on how the GA leader has a responsibility to bring out the modality on how to coordinate the sale of the Ultra verse. Now, because it's part of the product of the company, we cannot but sell it. But you see all those ones who do video, we campaign, we do this, we put on our status, it is no longer allowed. It is no longer allowed. It is no longer allowed. No. Maybe only medical doctors may be allowed. According to the GA leader of the nation, we will look at it very critically. So once the Ultra bottle comes along by the first week of August, we can begin to start. Some people that have already, indicated interest. Some of the teammates that want to buy, that want to use, yes, you can buy. Teammates can buy. If you have sick people that want to use it, they can get it. We can do all of that under the supervision of the GA leader. But on no account, we're not going to start promoting, doing videos, doing all those kind of things. It's not necessary anymore. So that we can focus on building the business. We can focus on building the business, building the basic foundation, the active partners, the Kingsmen, the emerging cell leaders, the cell leaders. We still have the maxi verse, we still have the other verses, we still have all the other products running. And if people want the Ultra verse, they can get it. We are not boycotting the sales, no. If people want the ultra vast, they can get it. People that are sick and they need the bottle and they want the bottle for their health, they can get it as long as it's available. But that promotion and campaign and going around tell everybody turn to medical equipment seller, it's no longer going to happen. But like I said, and we can still, once the ultra is available, we can still sell it. For those that, for teammates that want it and want to buy it, for the downlines that want it, that want to buy it, for prospects that need it for their health, they can buy it as long as it's available. But you see that promo of, yeah, everything is ultra bottle campaign, we will no longer do it because it affected our business negatively. People may have made money, but we were not building. We are not hustlers, but we are builders. We're here to build a business that will stand the test of time. We're not here to hustle to make money. We're not here to solve to make money. We're here to build leaders that will stand the test of time. And as a result of this Ultra H2 bottle that came and disrupted our business, thank God for the management of AIM Global that put a stop to it, that had to stop, as in truncated the way it was going. As a result of this Ultra H2 bottle that took everybody's attention, unfortunately, it is sad, it's with sadness of heart that I announce to you that Enfanizo has been extended. The Enfanizo that was supposed to happen on the 22nd to 25th of October can no longer hold because everybody was out there selling bottles. Nobody was raising emerging cell leaders. Nobody was raising Kingsmen. People are not raising active partners like they ought to. When we came out of immersion, everybody's goal was to become emerging cell leader, become emerging cell leader. Everybody that went to immersion wanted to become emerging cell leader. The bottle came in between the way. Everybody now wanted to sell one bottle, wanted to get the get 5 promo, get 3 promo. All of a sudden, nobody is growing, nobody's becoming emerging cell leader. And guess what? We've not raised the quorum for Enfanizo. And there's no Enfanizo in October. Whereas Enfanizo is still going to hold, but we need to take time to rebuild for now because Enfanizo is for emerging cell leaders, and we need to build a quorum of emerging cell leaders. It cannot be where 2 or 3 are gathered. It's going to be massive. And each G8 nation, listen to me, each G8 nation, each G8 leader with his nation must have a quota in that Enfanizo. Otherwise, their nation is at stake. Let me explain. Every nation, we have G8 leaders with 8 nations. Every nation with a G8 leader has a quota I'm going to allot to them. The 8 different nations with a G8 leader, they have a quota I'm going to allot to them, which they must produce for Enfanizo. Otherwise, there's an existential threat on the nation itself. Because if you're a nation, there is a minimum amount of emerging cell leaders you have to bring to Enfanizo. Otherwise, you may cease to be a nation. So the burden goes back on the G8 leaders right now to make sure that they go to the grassroots and make sure they are raising emerging cell leaders to save their nation. Otherwise, we're no longer 8 nations, we're 7 nations, we're 6 nations. We don't want that to happen. But the honest truth is, every G leader is tasked with the responsibility of going to the grassroots and raising emerging cell leaders in order to meet their quota system for the Enfanizo that will happen at a later date. So everybody should go back to the grassroots, go back to start building Kingsmen, start getting active partners, start building Kingsmen, and start raising emerging cell leaders. It's sad to announce that Enfanizo that was stated for 22nd to 25th of October is no longer holding. Why? Because there is a deficit in the quorum of emerging cell leaders as at now, which is 3 months to the time. This is 3 months to the time. This is less than about 3 months to the time. And the number of emerging cell leaders who have raised has not met the criteria. So sadly, I'm not. I'm going to take. I'm going to take the blame for this. Actually, I'm going to take the blame for it. Everybody's taking the blame for it because we lost our way. Everybody does not move, and even to get people. If you check your encodings, if you check your productivity level, you discover that you're now trying to even get people to even run the business if it's not Ultra H2 button. We won't make that mistake again. We're learning, we're growing, and we're becoming stronger and better from this. Time is no longer my side. I've not finished this for the rebirth. So there might definitely be a rebirth part 2. It's almost 7:30 and we can't continue. I can't continue more from here. But Enfanizo will happen at a later date that will be announced. By end of first week of August, all the Ultra H2 back orders would have been fulfilled. 95% is already available. So if you don't have your thing, 95% is already available. By end of the first week of August, everybody that paid would have collected. Then we can start selling the Ultra H2, which is called the Ultra Vast. We can start selling it, but we'll not fall into the mistake where everybody now turned to a medical doctor. Everybody now became a medical practitioner. Everybody started selling medical equipment. And as a result, it affected the core of our business. This is a rebirth. And I'm going to round up by saying this. And this is a charge to all the G leaders. I've already told them this. They already know. The rebirth is about going back to the core. I took a lot of time. Even though it affected what I'm supposed to say, I didn't finish my training, but it was necessary that we go to the foundation of this business, how we all started. I took a lot of time to delve into the foundation so that you can understand what made us start, how we started. And we are all going back to the foundation of this business. As I close, this is an important statement I'm going to have to make. At the foundation of this business, listen to me very carefully. At the foundation of this business was anchored on a personal relationship basis. That was when we started in 2016. We had this camaraderie. Everybody were together. And our business grew 2017, 2018. It was expanding massively until COVID struck and we entered into Zoom. Zoom has its advantages. Without Zoom, we can't be having this meeting. Zoom has its well-known and cut-out advantages. But Zoom also has its disadvantages. The core foundation of this business is personal development. And it goes back to belly-to-belly transaction. What it means is that everybody listening to me in C1FG, you have to default. We're going to go back to the hub settings where everybody will have that personal contact at the office. We're going to go to the point where we're now promoting the offices. We're going to start promoting the offices again. Everybody starting the business, you must run from an office. You must come to the office. There must be this belly-to-belly building. People, J leaders I've told the J leaders are going to bring out the time. There has to be that communication, physical communication. Physical communication. Zoom is going to be there, but it will not take the place of physical one-on-one communication. One-on-one communication. Your GA leaders are going to be available physical one-on-one communication. Due to the inability for them to be everywhere at the same time, they can be physical in a place and they can project in the offices. And people come to the offices. It's not like I'm broadcasting, but people will be in the office. We're going to go back to that belly to belly, that one-on-one impact, that soul-to-soul connection, that personal touch. Network marketing thrives on personal touch. You must have that personal touch in the business. So going back to that personal touch. We're going back to when you get somebody, you hold the person precious and you begin to disciple that person. Time will fail me. That means we may have to have another meeting on this rebirth because there are 7 protocols of the rebirth. I've only touched number 1. But it's better that we get it, even if it means touching one after the other. It's not an overnight process. But the rebirth is the mindset that we have. I've already touched number 1 from what I've written here, only number 1. but time is no longer on our side. But as I close, I want to implore every one of you that is listening to the sound of my voice. I want to implore every one of you that is listening to the sound of my voice. Rally round the vision. Make up your mind to be reborn. Make up your mind to be passionate about the development of other people. Primarily, I can guarantee you will make money. We all know the provider, seek ye first the kingdom of his righteousness. Every other thing will be added unto you. Every money will be added unto you. And I'm going to close by saying this. You see, most of the time, like I told you guys, when I started this, my goal was to make extra 200,000 naira a month to assist, to help me with my rent. But today, God has blessed me. God has blessed the business. If me, and God blessed it because of the foundational ways, what I'm telling you now was how I grew my business. Sacrifice, selflessness, being empathetic, being about other people. That is how I grew my business. That's how I became what I am today. Being concerned about other people, making sacrifices for the team, being pushed for the personal development of other people. And if a broke banker like me can come to a point where I'm at this level of success, then there is hope for anybody listening to me, provided you follow the rebirth. And the rebirth, you see, this rebirth, even though I wanted it to be all today, but it's going to be strong. I'm going to be having several meetings talking about this rebirth. So I can take you to the core foundation that made me successful, made me build one of the largest network marketing teams in the world, not just Africa. I dare to say that by the special grace of God. But these are the foundational things. And I'm going to round up by saying this so that you will not say nobody told you. I came to understand that as my career in network marketing progressed, I understood that it is foolishness. Listen to me. That some people listening to me now, they say, I beg, let me just, all my own is just about to make money, But listen to me. He that has an ear, let him hear. It is outright foolishness to dabble into this business selfishly. All you know is that let me just make all this thing that I've been telling us. I beg. I'll just gonna be doing my own business. I beg. This one that I've been telling us, I'll just do my own business. This one, I'll just do. Now, let me tell you. It is foolishness to amass wealth and make wealth the end point. Listen to me very carefully. It is foolishness to make money the end point of what you're pursuing. It is foolishness for all your endeavor in life to be about naira and kobo. It is gross foolishness. The Holy Book said I was a rich, foolish man. The rich fool. He said, oh, I have my bank. I have enough money. Now let my soul relax, eat, and rejoice. I have plenty. He checked his bank, he checked his bank account. There are millions there. He checked his real estate portfolio. He has houses in New York, he has houses in London, he has houses in Nigeria. He checked, he has money, he has real estate, he has investment, he has fixed deposit. He said, let me relax. Oh, my soul, be at ease. Enjoy. You are financially free. You have made the money. You are financially free. Money is no longer your problem. You have cars. Your family is okay. Your life is okay. You have everything is okay. Relax. God told him, you fool. Tonight, your life will be demanded of you. Let me see who will enjoy those riches. Be careful yourself. It is foolishness, ladies and gentlemen, to tie your whole life pursuit to financial gain. I am telling you, it is foolishness. It is they will call him. He said, "You fool! You think you have settled? Now I have at least 8 accounts flushing. I have at least 7 accounts. I'm making at least every day. I'm making money on my DTC. All I just do is I'm in cash. I'll just go to the to Bahamas and just relax. I go there to relax. And that is all you're living for. That is the whole thing. That's the whole essence of your life. Oh, you now have money. Oh, my soul, relax, enjoy. You can never be poor. Your generation can never be poor. You have made it in life. God, don't do it for me. God said, you rich fool, tonight your soul will be demanded for you. Because you don't know that you did not come to the earth for yourself. You are not born on the, if you are born on earth for yourself, come to heaven where you don't need food. You are not born for yourself. You are not born to just make money. That's why people say, how much money are you making now? I'm not even making money. Come and do this other thing that will give you more money. Come and do this other thing that will give you more money. You see people that are in a rat race, chasing money left, right, and center. Okay, this one will give us money. Let's do this one. This one will give us money. Let's do this one. I beg, leave what I'm talking. I beg, I want to make my money. I beg, and cash and code and code and code and cash. That is all they see. It is foolishness to live your life like that. You see, you have the privilege for me to tell you this, rather than you live your life only to discover what I'm telling you now. He that has an ear, let it, you don't need to get to 40, 50 years old, 60 years old, 40 years old, and come to the point you don't realize what I'm telling you now. It is foolishness to anchor your life based on material resources, because a man's life is not judged by the amount of things that he has. No, that is not the quality of your life, because that your life can be demanded in one day. That your life can be demanded in one day. It is wisdom to anchor your life on impacting other people, on something beyond you, and those monies will come. Seek ye first his kingdom, seek ye first righteousness. All these things that the Gentiles seek will be added unto you. It is wise, it is wisdom. When God appeared to Solomon and said, ask for something I will give to you, he did not ask for riches. He did not ask for he asked for wisdom to articulate the will of God for his generation. He asked for wisdom to be able to live out the purposes of God, what God has incurred in his heart. God, give me wisdom so that I can align myself and live right in the center of you and do the bidding why you created me. You chose me as a king for a reason. Give me the wisdom to rule your people. What concerns you is what concerns me. That is wisdom. On top of that, he was giving riches, was giving everything. There's no rich king that lived before him. None will live after him. That's as well as him. He had the luxury of life that he was married 1,000 wives. Listen to me. It is foolishness to focus on your life. How much am I going to make? How much am I making? How much am I making? How much am I making? How much will this thing pay me? It is foolishness for your whole life enterprise to be about finances. It is foolishness. And I'm telling you this. But when your life is beyond you, you're still going to make the money. Don't get me wrong. We're going to make the money. You're going to definitely make the money, because if you're succeeding, if you're helping other people to make money, you're going to make money. If your business is to help, the way the business is as you're helping other people, you cannot but make money. But your goal is not on that money. Your goal is on that individual. So sometimes you treat people in our business like this airboard. You treat people like this man. No. Treat people like human beings. My goal is to make sure that this person succeeds. That is the rebirth process. And I will shock you. People and money will be looking for you left, right, and center. You come to a point where money will not be a problem. It is foolishness to make finances the whole essence of the existence. It is foolishness. It is foolishness. I'm not making money, but you can see some of your downlines. You can see some people quit this business, and when they come before the court of God will tell them, you when you quit, were you looking at other people? Did you see the people that looked up to you in this business and you quit because you're looking after yourself alone? Did you see other people that maybe you have connections, you can get another job, you can get contract, you have connections, but did you see the other people that don't have that connection? These are the people that were looking up to you to help them succeed. These are the people that don't have another source of income. This is all they can live on. This is all they can become. Did you see them? Yet you quit because you are thinking of yourself alone? It is foolishness for selfishness to be the main purpose of existence. A life lived for self is a life not worth living. Write it down anywhere. Oh, you rich fool, tonight your life will be demanded from you. Let me see who will eat all those wealth you have amassed for yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the rebirth. We're going to do this business professionally. Time will fail me to touch on the other articles of the rebirth. That means I'm going to be having more of this training so that we can understand the rebirth. But the first rebirth is being human conscious, not just about money. That's why I salute most of us here. You may not be making the much money, but when you look at your downlines and they're making the little money, you're excited. Your life is worth more than whoever that is making all the money. Because when this life is rounded up, your life is weighed in the amount of people's life you affected. I'm not here because I want to make money. I'm here because I have a duty to serve my generation, to help as many people become successful in network marketing, to raise a group of financially free people who can in turn raise other group of financially free people so that together we can collectively use our resources collectively and affect the world positively. This is the vision. This is what I stand for. And this is what I will spend the rest of my life doing. On behalf of the GA leaders, on behalf of all the leaders, this is what we stand for. This is what I will stand for. This is, if need be, I will give my life for this purpose. If need be, this is the essence of my existence. And I stand for it. And as many that are willing to stand with me and the GA leaders, as many that are willing to stand with us, together we shall stand. Together we shall rewrite the history of our nation. Together we shall rewrite the history of Africa. And together we shall change our world. That when all is said and done, they'll say, yes, a group of people once lived who put their personal thing aside. And that's what is seeing the GA leaders. Everybody has put their own personal, everybody is the leader in their right, but they have put their personal ego, their personal this aside, and they come together. That's what you see. They come together to pursue this singular vision. I welcome you all to the new C2NFG. I welcome you all to the rebirth. I welcome you all to us going back to the core foundation of this civilization. I welcome you all to the new and rebranded Diamond Project. I welcome you all. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Alliance Emotion Global. I will not forget to thank our partners, Alliance Emotion Global, Dr. Eduardo Cabaton, Dr. Connie Cabaton, Sir Georgian Gonzalez, and now Olympian, and everybody that has helped to make this business a reality. And I give them, thank God for them. I thank them and appreciate them. The chairman, Emmanuel Ekwaku, the vice chairman, is Innocent, and every other person, Manriza, every other person has made this thing a reality. My gratitude goes to all of you. As together, we join our hands together to build a formidable business. God bless you. God bless you all. As I hand over the meeting to Amasaranka Koshamani to close. However, before she comes on to close, I've only touched one of the articles of this rebirth civilization. So watch out, because I'm going to be touching, there's 7 articles. I'm going to be touching on them from time to time. But I think it's better we take one and assimilate it, because and overdose will not have been good for us. God bless you all. I hand over the meeting to Mr. Ranka Kosamani to do us the honors. Thank you.
Wow. That was amazing. I almost did not want you to stop talking, but Boss is an oracle. Boss is an oracle, and everything. I'm so glad this is being recorded, because when all these things start to happen, when they start coming to pass, when it starts happening, and people are saying, "Wow, they just came from nowhere," the records will show that all these things that have happened, that are going to happen, have already been mentioned by him. Thank you so much, boss. Together we stand. Welcome everybody one more time to the new C2NFG. Welcome to the rebirth. Imagine if just one point is like this. Imagine when he treats us with this other 6 points. We're so grateful to have you. Thank you so much. God bless you. And we will go forth and raise people. We will go forth and raise people who actually want to help other people. We will take away our focus from just making money, but to help other people make as much money as possible so we can actualize our vision. Thank you so much, boss, for refocusing us. Thank you so much for teaching us exactly what we need to do here. We are so grateful to you. Okay, everybody, I cannot add to what my mentor has said. God bless you all. I love you all. See you at the top. Looking forward to the next meeting that we are going to have with our founder. Have a lovely day, everybody. God bless you, and bye-bye.